show before we go into something that's going to be silly. It's going to be fun. We talk about the future. We talk about technology. But I've been addressing this before. I've been addressing this a lot, and I'm going to continue. These shootings that have been happening over the past few weeks and over the past week have sucked, and this one legitimately hit home. My niece and my cousin both go to the high school to which the shooting happened, and the elementary school to which the shooter was supposedly going to be going to was the elementary school that my two little nephews go to. I am not happy, haven't been happy, and it hurts. It sucks. And I'm there for anyone in my neighborhood who needs my support. I'm there for any of my family members who need my support. And I'm there for anyone else out there who have been through something like this. And I support all the young people who are seeing the BS that's been happening and the lies. And that's basically as far as political as I'm going to get on that one. But my condolences, because while thank God I didn't lose anybody, someone did. And it hurts. But now, for those of you out there, if you have anything to say, by all means, get on the chat. And I hope none of this ever happens to you. But now, let's go ahead and get into the Coin Boys. All right, everybody. As I said before, we are the Coin Boys. I'm Danny Gutierrez, your host at dgutierrez84 on Twitter, which I'm over here on this camera now. I always forget. But you may be noticing that somebody new is next to me. Next to me is Manny. What's up, Manny?
Hi, how's it going? My name's Manny at Manu Healy on Instagram.
Only, because that's basically the best thing.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I haven't got to Twitter yet.
He hasn't gotten to Twitter yet. But behind the ones and twos, a man who never leaves the building at all is Mr. Sam Proof.
Hey everybody, what's going on?
What's going on, everybody? It's been a fun weekend so far. You noticed that Sanity's on the chat, but he's not here today. Aaron is not here today. And
He's
same
on the
thing,
chat?
Yeah, he's right there, Lodicus.
Oh.
But he's on the Mobcrush chat. And also, Ree is busy doing an awesome show for James Corden about gaming, so we commend her.
Yeah,
so
good job.
So I'm just holding down the fort. So again, type, say what's up, and we'll get things going. But first, let's start off with the beginning. What did we all do over the weekend? Just because it's always an interesting weekend. So Manny, this is your first off. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. For people who don't know, we redo the show every Thursday night, and we may move it to Saturdays. We'll see. But Manny's the one who edits it and puts in all those little pictures and all those little tweaks to kind of enhance the show a little bit.
I like how you describe my job. I just put it in little pictures. It's a lot of work, ladies.
He does very little
here and there.
Just a little bit.
He does very little, but a lot of little. Exactly.
I have a little magic wand that I go here.
Yeah, and done.
Apply filter. Done.
Yeah. Listen, when you hear "fix it in post" in those things, post does nothing.
Just duct tape. They're just taping it up.
That's basically all it is. No, he's the one who makes the show really, really fun and interesting on the replays.
Well, thank you.
So I figured he knows the show. Get him on the show. I need somebody to talk to.
Yeah, I'm in case the other two aren't here, breaking glass. I mean, you know that emergency alarm? That's me.
A little bit Renesdick, just a little bit, and also a different thing. So
ouch. We don't want to say that one out loud, do we?
We'll go with that. But Manny, how was your weekend? Or the floor is yours. What'd you do?
It was good. You know, a lot of relaxation. You know, I do like I said. Work for you with this show, but we also have other shows that me and Daniel also do. Mm-hmm. So we're working on that as well. You might see that out on YouTube, Instagram too. So he'll let you know when that comes out. But I've just been very sad this weekend. I'm a big college football fan, and that Alabama quarterback injury it broke me. Other than that, it broke my wallet because Alabama was going to.
Oh my God.
Alabama was the betting favorite for me.
College football there's too many. There's too many college teams for me to even follow. No, I don't even know how you do it.
I think once you realize, like, I prefer the parody of college football rather than what's going to happen in the NFL.
Well, you don't really know what's going to happen in the NFL, but you also, I'm not fighting for the NFL. There's a lot of concussions for me, too many concussions for me to fight. But it's smaller. It's less teams. I can at least keep track of everything. I didn't even know we had this many colleges in school. That's the problem. I think that's the problem. I didn't do my research when I left high school. Is that what you basically do? But what else?
Yeah, no, that. And then, since this show does involve gaming, I do a lot of gaming. So I tend to move towards like sports games and like fighting games. So I've been catching up a lot on that.
I've never heard of it referred to as hand egg, but I'm going to start using it as the football as hand egg. I'm in. Excellent. Yeah, no, you play more games than I do, which is why I also needed you, because if it was just me playing games, it'd just be me walking into a corner going, I can't get out of this, guys.
Sure, and and just to clarify from last week, I am the one that almost broke his hand with the VR. So we talked about it last week. Right. I am the one that almost hit myself.
So on the Oculus, like they have a little guardian.
Yeah, like the Guardians. Yeah.
And he didn't follow the guardian. I'm like, hey man, you might want to stay in the corner. He's like, no, I got to get around him.
So no, I need to clarify this because it makes me sound like a complete. So what happened with the Guardian was, I just made the Guardian too big, and once you're immersed in that VR, I don't know. For me, once I got into it, I felt that I was in it because there's places where Daniel would be like, turn around, and I turned around, and it's like some old guy looking at me, or it's something else looking at me, and I'm like, whoa! So I'm fully immersed in it. So once we started, I started playing the boxing game that he had. And I was moving like I thought I was really boxing.
Was really
fighting. I was really boxing.
I thought he was going to do this. Like I thought he was going for a championship.
I thought I was Floyd Mayweather, people. And then I caught a knockout punch from that doorway, and it was over.
Pretty bad.
Once that, I told him, "Yeah, here, you can play with your VR."
We're gonna have I'm done with it. Where's the ice? I need the real ice.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. It was fun times. But Sam, what'd you do over the weekend, sir?
We had a family weekend. Like me and the kids did. My wife did an adoption event for the kittens on Sunday, so we hung out at the house.
What entails an adoption event?
So it's literally like she takes the cats that are available for adoption and drives to like a pet store where they have some kind of setup, like a table with cages or an enclosure or something, and then just people who come in off the street get to meet the kittens. And if
you
they're interested,
told me that, man. You should have told me that.
He's got two of his own.
She'll be in Burbank at the Pet Plaza next Sunday, I believe.
Nice. I'll be there. My wife has forbid me to adopt any more cats. I have two.
There's always more fostering available.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to make any long-term commitments.
I like cats to an extent. When the animal is smarter than me, I don't know how to handle it. I don't know how to handle the situation.
Yeah, we have a cat right now that is like one of the smartest cats I've ever seen. It's the mom cat, and she's a tuxedo, but she's clearly got some Siamese happening because two of the kittens are snowshoe, and she plays fetch. She knows her name for a fact, not like, oh, she knows her name and you made a noise and she looked up at you. No, if you're at the door and you're like, Joyce, she'll come running to you, and she's very good at communicating. Like she wants to get back in the room with the kittens or out of that room.
Wow.
She's insane.
Have you been watching? I've seen a lot more this past week. Mm-hmm. And what's up, Flame Angel, by the way, and Renee, of course.
Flame Angel.
Have you been watching those filters? I don't know if where they're out of, but they have the cat filters and they're holding their cat in front of them and they're looking at the cats react to their human with the cat.
No, I haven't seen that. No.
It's insanity.
Is it a Snapchat filter or
it's either a Snapchat filter or it's a Instagram filter or something. I'm going to hand you my phone right now because I did save a video and we'll probably put it up on later.
Your cat falls in love with you and you're like, wait, what's
going on? No. The cats are tripping. That shows the intelligence of the cats, by the way.
And
this
is
wrong.
And that's the thing with me because I, for the longest time, never had a cat, and I always heard.
I'm stepping away.
I always heard bad raps of the cats.
Sure.
That cats a certain way, but then. Weird. I finally got a cat. I would say about 7 years ago, and it literally is the best cat I've ever had.
Is the video? I didn't give him the video, but that is it. I wasn't expecting it, but check it out. Do you see the reaction? You can leave it down right there. Don't worry.
There's actually it plays.
Yeah, press the play, and you can see the cats reacting. It's insanity. These cats know something is up. If it was a dog, the dog would be just happy or barking. But you put it down, it's all good. Don't worry about it. That's insane. We'll probably put the video right there. But yeah. Anyways, I asked you two what you guys did beforehand because I was waiting for one of you guys to say it, but I guess I'll be the one saying it. Disney Plus, guys.
Yeah, I don't have it yet.
It happened. I opened it.
I
got
heard it was a disaster.
It was a disaster.
The first day, yeah.
It was a disaster starting off, as most new big giant platforms are going to be disasters first week out, 2 weeks out.
Sure.
Disney will step it up. They got the money. But Sanity, Sanity likes to choose
pick a
different.
Put an account on every
accounts.
single platform. Have 5 open.
Renee, if you're a Disney fan, I think anybody who's a
Next
Disney
on
fan
Mario,
really
going
going
to
to like
Sanity
it.
Crypto's. That's going to be their next topic. My ex-wife stole my cat.
As long as you're not the father of the cat, you're fine. But Disney Plus was awesome. They have the thing. You just go through nostalgia lane.
But I heard one of the big things with the Disney Plus thing that a lot of people are complaining about was The Simpsons. How they kind of changed the look of The Simpsons, where they went anamorphic and they basically changed it from like the regular. Some of the episodes were 4:3 standard for television,
right?
And then they expanded it to a widescreen, so they're cutting
you can
a lot
see
of
all
the
the
framage
gutter
on the
stuff.
side. And
Right.
also, some of the original program aren't releasing. They're releasing episodes weekly, right?
I don't mind that. People need to learn friggin' patience.
Yeah, I'm fine with that because there's so many times where there's like some kind of Netflix show that immediately goes crazy viral, and I'm like, I gotta wait 3 days before I can watch 5 episodes.
And they already binged the whole entire series in 6 hours.
So you finally see the series, and it's like 6 months later, and you're like, yeah, we're over that.
Okay, yeah,
right.
Like, listen, give me time to catch up. I don't mind the 1 week. Hulu does that as well. Everyone.
Yeah,
really?
And Netflix started to do it with some
it's
shows.
kind of back and forth. And as Renee pointed out, HBO does it as well. Yeah. I mean, I like that format. Give me some suspense. Give me something else.
Yeah,
I don't like to binge. It's like eating nothing but chocolate all day long.
Yeah, because I will
I can
do
see
it.
some shows worth the binge. But
some shows are worth
the
binge.
You can wait for them.
Breaking Bad was my binge. I've never binged anything outside of Breaking Bad.
See,
I couldn't.
Breaking Bad and Stranger Things.
If
they did that with Walking Dead, I would binge it.
I was telling Daniel coming into the show that one of the shows that I just started watching and I binged the second season was Jack Ryan on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
The Jack Ryan series is really good. If you're into that like kind of like covert CIA type styles, very good.
See,
very good show.
And I was telling him how much I like John Krasinski, even outside of The Office. I've always liked him, so I'm in. But Disney Plus, I will recommend the new Lady and the Tramp movie. Was good.
Okay, so with the Disney Plus, is it basically like you can see any of the like? To me, I grew up with like those old Disney shorts. Being able to see those old Disney classic cartoons.
They don't have those.
Where they used to have. I remember
the Mickey Mouse shorts.
The Silver Collection. They released a huge DVD where it was like 170 shorts.
They have Steamboat Willie.
Those were like the best parts. I remember seeing the old Disney channels when they used to give like the Care Bears and all that stuff. And in between they would give those shorts. Like that's the stuff that I would want to see on Disney Plus. I'm not a really big fan. I'm not looking for a High School Musical the series part 7. You know.
Yeah, they have some interesting stuff. I have friends that are working on some of the shows there. One of them being the High School Musical reality show, and it was a good concept. Right. I'm kind of excited for it. But all I can do is recommend if you're a fan of the Star Wars stuff. I haven't seen Star Wars like Renee. I haven't seen Star Wars The Mandalorian yet.
Right.
But I know I can catch up.
Everyone was just talking about it at lunch, and I was like, "Shut up! I already saw the stupid Yoda thing. Shut up!"
You saw it online?
It's impossible not to see it.
The spoilers
it's like the Game of Thrones things, like where people go, "I'm not going to be on Instagram from 5 to 8 on Sundays," and then like by 9 you were like, "Damn it!"
Lady and the Tramp, I recommend. And if you haven't seen the new DuckTales series,
that's good.
It's freaking amazing.
It's really good. It's really good.
Those are my suggestions to you out there. I'm gonna start watching that stuff probably in.
Did you get the Disney Plus? That's just the Disney Plus, or did you get that packet where you can get Hulu?
So I already
ESPN.
Oh, right, and The Simpsons.
So I already have access to ESPN. I don't really care too much about ESPN Plus, and I already have Hulu for free through Spotify. So it's not worth it for me. But if you don't have it, they do have a really cool package, and I think that package is worth it for $12.99. But I would recommend. I was told by people who've signed up online, if you do that, sign up for the package without advertisements on it first, and then add on that package because it's cheaper and better.
Oh, okay.
That way.
The more you know.
So there you go. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining us again. Everybody's flying up in the chat. Mainly 3 sanities. Renee and the Flame Angel. I love it.
It looks like Sanity's checking up on us.
He's going crazy. But feel free to ask some questions. First off, let's go ahead and go straight into Block News. He added in real special effects once.
It was
really?
like,
I never saw that.
Real lasers.
I actually added pro. This is like
Legit.
Star
It was
Wars level lasers.
high-end
Like it would have been George
THX,
Lucas
George
would have been like,
Lucas
oh
shit.
my god, like where'd you get those lasers? And he was, I know, I prefer that. Pew pew.
I like the pews, please.
Hey, buddy, I got lasers.
He likes
Want
the
some
pea shooters.
lasers?
Do you like these lasers?
It was awesome. But I was like, can I please go back? But first off, Block News. First thing up. As you know, we've been fighting Libra for the past few months.
Haven't we all been fighting?
We've all been
Libras?
fighting Libras in the past few months. But now, Google is getting into the money game by offering up some checking accounts for everyone out there. I don't know why. I don't know why we need this.
So they're offering checking.
They're going to start next year. So basically, how it works is they're working. They're not doing their own bank. They're not creating their own bank. They're not doing what Libra did, which is a cryptocurrency. They're just straight up making a traditional checking account, and they're working with the other banks to do it.
Okay, so
I don't know the convenience.
So
I
what's-
just know
what's-
that
what-
I just know that they're going to be tracking you. They're tracking you. They're tracking you. They're tracking you.
so they want. So basically, they want.
They
us
want your
to-
information.
Yeah.
They want your information. They want to know where you're spending it, what you're spending it on. If I had to choose between Apple and Google, I'd be going with Apple.
I think they want the advertising
Sure.
on your checks, like powered by Google
Yeah.
on your check. You know.
Awful.
Here's my check,
Here's
and
my-
then there's like a Nike ad,
Yeah.
and like a little digital video plays.
Wear your Google VR glasses and look at your checks,
You
and
can
it's a
skip
commercial.
this check after 3 seconds to actually get your money.
We had to stop cashing checks because of all the political ads. So-
By the way, I went to CVS a couple days ago, and a woman broke the system because she used a check, and
check.
she used a check to pay.
What?
She
It's
broke
like it's
the
like cash.
register.
Oh my
Cash.
God.
Yeah.
What's cash?
It was insane. I was like, really? And they took like 4 people and the IT department at the CVS
Wait,
to figure out how to work the check.
Well, I would prefer the check than having these. I don't know if you've been in line with people that are trying to pay with the Apple Pay on their phone, and they have their phone backwards, or they have their
Oh,
phone.
jeez.
They're scanning it like 3 feet from the machine, and they're like, "It's not working. It's not working."
Side note, last week I was at this event and they had like, a lunch thing, and my friend went to pay with his Apple Pay. So he had to do the face scan
Yeah.
first and then paid. And they were like, please sign here. And he was like, I unlocked this with my face. Why do I have to sign that?
Oh my god! I do have a question, Renee. Since you phased them out about 10 years ago, how did you teach the old people to not use checks? Because that's my issue. Is like I worked at a bingo for about 10 years, and we were considering going to all digital,
Sure.
everything, because it made absolute sense.
That's where it's going.
And the old people were like, I don't know how to use it.
Were you gonna pay the winner in Bitcoin for that bingo?
I wish that would have been.
You
They would
just
be
earned
millionaires
10
by now.
Bitcoin.
If they took the Bitcoin, oh my god, they'd all be millionaires. Credit cards? Okay, I guess credit cards. Old people still have issues with credit cards.
So, but
basically, coming back to Google,
'cause
there's
don't
chips.
trust them. We're done. We're done.
But so okay, so the whole point is Google is partnering up with your bank who already offers you checks and credit cards.
Yeah.
So it's basically just a partnership with the bank, and then they'll be like, hey, look, it's like when you get the Apple, you got the Apple AirPods, and then oh wait, a month later, the AirPods Pro
Now,
powered by Beats or whatever they
I'll
go.
say this: there hasn't been any. There was no other information based on exactly how they were going to offer it. But here's what I'm going to assume is going to happen: they're going to be much faster with their global transactions, and you will have a lot less fees, so to speak, if you're a traveler
that's
and you're
good.
going global.
But talking about like
But you will be forced advertisement down your throats, and you're not going to understand it. You're not going to see. You're not going to feel it. But like right now, Chase has this special thing where it's like, oh, if you shop at these stores, you get an extra 2% back or 5% back.
so it's like
gonna be
it's like that Rakuten thing where like it's this app where if you shop at certain stores they give you like a percentage of
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you shop.
Yeah.
Sure.
But again, with the Google thing, like a topic you've been talking about recently, China, right?
Mhm.
Like, how would that work? Like, You said it's sort of to go global, like if you want to go, like if you're going around the world and stuff like that. And I get that. At certain banks, you can't use them because if you go to Europe or something, you can't use a MasterCard and Visa. You're using like American Express.
So banks have a lot of money. Google has more money than the banks. They'll be able to back you up. They'll be able to make the transaction instant because they know you have the money, and they'll wait for the official transactions to roll down later.
So they're like your bookie. They're telling you he's got the money. He's got your money. The money's there. You just don't worry about it. We got it.
That's what's going to happen. But they're going to be tracking you, and that's what it is. And I know that everybody's like, well, they're already tracking us. They're already tracking us. And that's the point of this show. We can choose things. We can find things where they don't track us.
Well, look at this.
We can open source the crap out of things.
Well, it makes sense now because I was reading an article where in I forgot where, some country in Europe, they're using these chips for people, like if they don't want to open your doors. Like they're inserting like a little chip that will be able, once you touch like the doorknob, it recognizes it, so it unlocks it for you.
As soon as it's just gonna scan your brain. Sure. I don't know. Here's the thing: Bitcoin. Let's do Bitcoin. Let's figure it out. Let's make it work, guys.
It sounds like a Twilight episode.
Google. Moving on to the next one. Before you hit the next because the whole thing I want to do is I want to talk about the picture. So the Fortnite player Bugga, I'm pretty sure it's Bugga, his name. The little kid that won the Fortnite championship won 2 esports awards. He won PC Rookie of the Year and Player of the Year. And dude's like 12. I don't really know his actual age, but he's young.
I thought he was 16.
Maybe, sure. Does he look
this
16?
Is the one that won the $1 million, right?
Look at this guy's face. Go ahead and show the picture, and also take note of his face, guys. Look at this. This kid's young. Smile. You have millions of dollars in your pocket now, kid. Smile. I understand that you're trying to intimidate people, but nobody. Look at that. It looks like you haven't shaved ever in your life.
I have no issue with that picture, Danny. You know why?
Why?
Because you were probably that kid that I made fun of in the yearbook that was smiling.
Why would you make fun of somebody smiling in the picture?
I don't remember anybody smiling in those yearbooks pictures for me because everyone was like, "You gotta look hard, you gotta look tough." You know, that's what he's doing. He's not gonna go. Look at the picture next to it. He's super celebrating. So why would he be smiling on that one?
You're not intimidating anybody, Renee. If that's the case, I will petition. If they're not allowed to smile on those pictures, I will petition to all esports. Let the kids smile. You're playing video games. You're playing games. You're smiling. You're not getting hit. Yeah, I understand there's an intimidation factor that you want to play in.
It depends. It depends. Certain games, I've been seeing like the live streams of them, and these guys are intense. Like they're like dead into this game. Like there's no smiling when you're playing against somebody else.
Yeah, but come on. Look at this kid. This kid, he's so small.
He looks like Peyton Manning.
He does look like a small Peyton Manning. I can't do that. Here's the thing. Enjoy your life, especially if you're this kid.
So your reasoning for him to smile is because he's playing video games and he's won $1 million.
It's not intimidating. That's my reason for him to not smile. It's like, you're just looking ridiculous. Come on, I'm done with that. All right.
Yeah, look, Sanity says it.
Yeah,
he's trying to be a thug gamer.
But no, moving on to our next story. Something with a novel idea. Age of Empires 4 will have no microtransactions or in-app purchases. Let me pitch this to you guys, all right? When you buy the game, you get the game.
What?
I know.
I don't.
No, it's just the concept. Okay, when you buy the game,
okay,
and if there's anything that's extra, you get that.
So it's like,
yeah,
there'll be DLCs. And instead of money, they're going to use something else for that?
You get them right away. It's really strange. I know. They're not going to make any money.
It's like before, when you used to buy a record and you used to get all the songs.
But now you got to pay $10 a month.
Yeah, now you got to pay $10 a month just to listen to the album over and over again. You know how much money I've wasted to listen to Tupac's All Eyes on Me?
Do you know how much money I've wasted listening to the Hamilton soundtrack?
You guys know that every single song is available somewhere on YouTube somehow.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But even
Metallica wants to have a conversation with you, sir.
Even then, YouTube's like, you want to hear this with your phone off?
No.
That's how they get you.
It has been a big deal in the gaming world because I don't know if you guys noticed, but certain games are released and then they're like, here's the regular edition, here's the super edition, and here's the ultimate edition. And the person that's got the regular edition is always gonna end up paying the Ultimate Edition at some point because
There's-
you're gonna want those extra things. in the
There's
games.
always gonna be that bag of vinegar that just wants to be better than everyone else.
that bag of candy corn.
Yeah.
Renee says it's unbelievable that this has to be a selling
And
point.
it's a good
these days.
selling point, not gonna lie.
A weird, my wife just got this. This is a weird tangent. This like all natural toothpaste, and the big like sort of bonus on it is like foam free, and I'm like, that's actually just how toothpaste is.
That's
And then they add ingredients to make foam.
Yeah. Or my favorite is when I'm like driving by
Toothpaste
McDonald's, all
comes
white
with
meat
fluoride.
chicken, like real chicken. I was like, what?
Water now with
Well,
no
you know-
mercury.
Don't you know that chicken's made out of sandals?
Yeah, I know. That's basically what it is. So this is the world we live in, guys. This is the world that we live in. If you want your stuff to be real, like the way it should be, you got to pay extra for it.
Hey,
But
welcome to the Coin Boys. Now with less brown notes.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, they're saying that they're gonna release the game now without microtransactions. But is this game gonna be worth $60 or is the game gonna be worth like
Right.
$120?
Right.
Because if it's $120, they're just saying,
Well,
"Sucker, we're selling you the big one."
It's also
we're
a
just
part of
marking it up.
Microsoft's monthly subscription if you pay for it.
Okay.
You're paying for that, which is also really cool.
So it's those free games that you add like
Kind
you
of.
play it.
Well, it's both. You can buy the game straight up,
Mhm.
which is probably gonna be like $60, which is reasonable to me.
Sure.
$70 even. That's fine too, I guess. Ever since I did that, we talked about the programmers and how they're like basically slaves. I don't mind paying a little extra money for the stuff. But yeah, if you get the subscription, you got it in there. You got part of the game. So
Mhm.
I just think we need more of this. A lot more of these.
Oh, I think that's great. I mean, that's an awesome thing to put out there. Doesn't Overwatch do all free DLC or something like
I'm
that?
not too sure.
You know,
I doubt
One
it.
of
though.
those does.
I thought they had packets, like packages for.
Don't remember. I don't play that. but
Guys,
I
does
recall.
Overwatch give you the game for free, or are we paying extra to be better? You let us know, please. Unfortunately, Ree's not here because she would know 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, that's cool. Good for them.
I will support it.
A game
I may
I will
not
never
play the
play.
game, but I will buy the game just so that way more people will make more of those kind of games. I hope it breaks all records. Every record, and nobody plays it.
A
Most
game
bought,
everyone has
never
on their
played.
shelf, but nobody played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they wanted to support the idea.
Yeah.
It's one of those relics
Uh,
you put up.
Overwatch does have loot boxes, though. So
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something else.
Moving on to the next story, kind of touching upon what I started the show on. They are now making 3D printed bulletproof plastic. This is the world that we live in, guys. I thought it was just interesting the amount of 3D printing that's happening. Sanity also sent us that they 3D printed hands and all that stuff. They
Sure.
3D print everything, and it's
Pretty
just
much.
amazing.
I have the 3D printed shoes, like
Nice.
tennis shoes.
They
They
probably-
hurt like hell,
they
but they're
probably fall apart.
They're made of this plastic.
yeah, it's made out of this plastic. You know,
Yeah,
if you want to shoot me, shoot my feet.
feet only. The
Bulletproof feet.
yes,
Bulletproof feet.
It's like
It's hard to
what was it?
tell
Do you guys
how-
ever see Blank Man?
Oh, I love that movie.
Blank, you never saw Blank Man?
I don't think
my
so.
God,
with
Blank
Marlon,
Man-
with
Damon
Damon Wayans.
No,
Blank Man
no.
made this thing where like so he was able to make his clothes bulletproof, like he was able to do that, and the shooters are like, shoot him in the head, and he's like, ah! It's like nothing. But it's 3D printing is going crazy.
It's awesome.
But and anything that makes anything cheaper, lighter, better, more safer. It's according to this if a bullet does hit it hits at 5.3 kilometers per second within a certain distance.
Well,
it only hits.
I think it's where we're going at. Look at how AI is like just leaps and bounds, just running through everything. Like so, having something that's 3D printed. Have you ever seen the 3D printer at work? It's cool. Like you're just seeing it how it builds up, boom, 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 boom. Within like a couple hours, you can have something super cool.
Yeah, and they also did. Sandy's pointing out they did a 3D printed heart back in April. It probably hurts him too. I don't know how that even works.
So
man.
how thick do you think this plastic for the 3D has to be?
I don't
Bulletproof?
think it has to be very thick. I think what it is, it's the way it's interlaced.
So the
weave,
mashing of it.
yeah.
It's the engineering behind it, so that
It
catches
distributes
the bullets.
the impact, and
So that way
yeah.
it just
So once it hits, it just kind of like expands.
Right.
yeah. And apparently it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It could take like I know
That's great.
today a lot
So
of
it's
the
like
Kevlar.
a wrestling bump. You
Yeah.
gotta learn how to fall. You know.
That's basically what
Yeah.
it is. And
Mhm.
today it in order for Kevlar to work, once you get shot in the Kevlar, it's you got to get another one.
Well, have you ever worn that?
Nope.
It's
Nope, and it's heavy.
It's heavy.
Uh-huh.
Those,
It's like one of those
bulletproof
like,
vests.
it's like the
You're like-
vest you
you're-
get at the
you're
when you go to
literally-
get an X-ray at the dentist.
It's like that Homer Simpson episode where you look at yourself in the mirror and you think you're like this, but then when you wear it, you're like, it's so heavy.
It goes. Yeah, that's the world we live in. We need 3D printed bulletproof anything. Welcome.
Yep.
Moving on to the next part, guys. Real life Iron Man. He made an appearance again today, this past weekend.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Robert Downey Jr.?
No. I wish, but he has enough money to do what this guy's doing. There is, his last name is Brown. I'm forgetting his first name.
I think you were talking Richard Browning.
I
Is
think
it him?
Richard Browning, and he is the guy. You've seen him before. You're seeing a video now, probably of it. You've seen him before. He has a jetpack, plain and simple, and it's been working. He's been hovering. He's been flying for a little bit, but now he just broke another record, going 85 miles per hour on that jetpack.
So the one that I had seen is the one where he hovers above, but he has this huge like harness, and he has this huge like cord attached to like something.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. He doesn't need the cord anymore.
Oh, he doesn't need the
That
cord.
original
Got
one
it.
was like it used like the water, didn't it?
Well, the very, very first one used the water, and then he just stopped using the water.
Yeah,
and
he used
he's
one where it
been
wasn't using the
improving.
water, but it was propelling something else to the
Yeah.
engine.
He's been improving. But basically, I'm really, really happy about this for a lot of reasons, guys. Look at that. He's using we're seeing the one where he used the water. Maybe
No,
he's,
it moved.
yeah. He's
It
not using the
was.
water anymore.
I think
There's
that's
no
just
way he's using the
exhaust.
water.
It's like sparks or something.
Yeah. But I'm excited because the only people that can afford this are rich people. And
Really? You can't afford it?
And
You can't afford a
10 years
$500,000 jetpack?
No, but I can afford a used jetpack in 10 years.
You
I'm
can buy it on
excited. Let's do
Craigslist?
it. Yeah.
Off a guy in Pomona. He's selling a jetpack.
$15,000. Sure, it works. Sure, it works.
Wow.
I'm in. I'll do it. By the time I'm 85, I'm going to own a jetpack, guys. I'm really excited to see what happens. You were reading he wants to start a sport?
He wants to start like a racing league, which is people can barely drive now on real streets.
I can't afford to play hockey.
How would you think that would work out, Sam? You're literally looking up and you got tons of like people just coming down from those crashes, those jetpacks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And 85 miles
no.
per hour in
No.
a jetpack, like, isn't that a bit excessive? If you can
Yeah,
go
it seems
30
unnecessary.
if you can go 30 miles in the air, I think you've reached a plateau where you're like, you know what, good job.
I'm good.
85 miles an hour.
I mean, I go over a bump in my car and my stomach drops, so I'm
Yeah.
good to.
And also, how are you gonna take a picture of a selfie if you're wearing like a helmet with a visor to cover the sun and the sun rays?
But how
the
many
wind?
people will try and just drop their phone, and you'll just constantly have phones raining down on traffic?
Hey,
We're going
there
to
you
have bodies and
And
phones
phones, yeah.
raining down
You know,
on
Oh,
everybody.
Hey Sam, we got a good business deal. You know how people are picking up those bird
The
scooters?
scooters.
Maybe we can do a
phones.
phone collection, like where we have
Phone
people
sweep.
collecting phones. Yeah, that could be a good business
Hey.
business plan there.
Yep.
If you want to make a couple bucks, collect some dropping phones from the sky.
I'm sure they're shattered.
I would listen.
Hey, look, like Sanity said, you can get the Chinese knockoff jetpack.
Sure.
From-
$49.95
on AliExpress.
Gotta love it. I will be waiting for
You gotta
for
drop
the
it. You gotta drop it.
I'll wait for the Tesla. Going on to the last one.
What this is,
speaking of-
but
is
again, this is totally gonna push Elon Musk to think of these jetpacks
Oh,
because
he's
he
gonna
doesn't like to be like one upped.
he does.
He's
He wants to
looking
be
at
the
this
best.
guy. He's like, you know what, jetpacks. I'm gonna come out with
I'm in.
a dual jetpack.
Well, he did a flamethrower for no reason, but there you go.
Right.
Wait, you don't need
that
a
worked out
flamethrower?
great.
I don't. Not today, but like there were some birthday candles over the weekend that were getting me really pissed off. But tying into this one, with if you have a lot of money, in Los Angeles, do you hate traffic? Well, for
Yeah.
$1,250 a month, you can fly over the traffic. There's a taxi service called Float, and they're willing to fly you over in their mini planes.
So this is the one that's starting in February of next year, right?
Yes, this is a real thing. Costs 4 times more than a car. But you guys don't understand. If you're not from LA, traffic sucks.
It does suck.
Traffic blows. Is this worth it?
So The article says that because it's a monthly fee of
Yes.
$12.50, so it's about $30 a day.
Hmm.
Which, when you put it in that term,
Yeah,
if
you
I
just
were to
did
take
that.
an Uber
You're
from
paying,
my
but
house to
yeah.
here, it would be $30.
See, now a producer, by the way, Andy, he that's what he does. He doesn't have a car. He actually uses the public transportation of Lyft and Uber quite often, and buses, taxi. He uses everything at his disposal, even the birds out there. He does it for about, he said, about $400 a month.
That's
That's still
pretty
3 times
expensive, yeah.
more
Yeah,
than that.
that's definitely a lot more.
So,
Plus, with this, you still have to get to that airport, whatever.
and I
Pickup
don't know who's
stop it
flying
is.
this.
Yeah.
Oh,
how,
sure.
How are we verifying these driver's license or these licenses? That
Yeah, how
people,
soon does
you
this
know?
become an Uber? We're like, I got some apply license. Get on in. I'll put
and-
some chargers in the back.
They're gonna get
You
some
want water?
jetpacks on
Could
your
you
car.
imagine? Yeah. Could
It was a
imagine how
bottle of water.
the drunk girls out to the club. Let's just take a plane. Let's just take the plane. Forget the traffic at 2 a.m.
Imagine the complaint you get on that one. I was told that I was going to be dropped off on the ceiling of that building, and
Can
I
you
got dropped off 2 blocks
Can you
down.
stop at the McDonald's?
Yeah, how's it gonna?
Can you please stop?
Are they going to do
at
an air through McDonald's?
Oh,
now?
God,
Like a
that would be
drive-thru?
so good. That's the business we need.
There you go. We're gonna be living in Jetson world pretty
Oh, my
soon.
God. Now, in regards to bike paths, Renee, you cannot bike in Los
Oh, it's
Angeles,
such a
and you're
pain.
like really actually going to do it for several days.
Yes,
'cause
you can
we're-
bike. There's bike paths, and you can
There
bike
are
paths in Los
two-
Angeles.
Santa Monica
but there's a
there
car.
are.
But
But
there's
we're
a car
too
that's gonna
far
be right
apart.
behind you.
But yeah, we're also too far apart. Like I can't go from the valley to Santa Monica on my
Yeah.
bike in a timely manner.
No.
It's not going to work. So work-wise, you can't really do it. But you
But
can
again-
bike in
but
Los
then
Angeles
again-
if you just
but
want to
then
do it
again-
for fun.
I know helicopters have a certain limit of how high they can fly
Sure.
from the ground. So how high are they planning to go with these? Like, what,
mean,
so
it
what
can't
is
be
it?
that
Is it
high.
what is it? Is it gonna be like a helicopter? It's like a helicopter service, right?
No, the plane actually legit looks like a plane. It looks like a
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
a Cessna.
yeah.
It's like a mini. It's a little passenger plane.
So it's not going to be a quick.
So
Up
it's
and
those
down
planes that
situation.
they're
It
gonna
looks
fold
like-
in when they want to come down. They're gonna fold in their wings and just kind of slide down.
Possibly, I don't know how the plane will actually work, but listen, people are going to use it. I know people
Yeah.
are going to use it.
People are already using.
People are going to use it so much. I'm like, ugh,
It's gonna
it
be
just
like it's
feels-
gonna be like the new It's like that Popeye's chicken sandwich. Like once a celebrity or somebody says it, puts it on Instagram
Everybody's
that
gonna
they
want
use it, it's gonna blow up.
in about 7 months, you're going to hear rappers talking about
Sam-
float, y'all.
Sam's gonna be
float.
able to come to the Mobcrush studios in his LA taxi service.
I mean, I'm just going to use that hologram technology and just project
The
myself
portals,
into
the
the
portals.
office.
You're gonna open.
So
your
I
own
can
portal?
also star in a movie next to James Dean.
Oh, that's the greatest thing ever. But my question is, LA is big. Where are they going to stop?
Right.
That's what I'm telling you. Like they're gonna have to make deals with like buildings to use their helipads and all that stuff because
They
unless
can't
they're
land
pla-
on the helipad.
so
They're landing like a plane.
So they're like this is a disaster.
It's not going to work. Because the moment you land, you still got to Uber or Lyft from wherever
Right.
it is that you just stopped at, unless you
Yeah.
own several cars that you can park back and forth. I guess.
It's gonna turn into a Thunderdome.
What we need is those. They just released that single pilot drone where it's got, like a bunch of blades around it. So
Yeah.
you just need to be like that style of thing where it can just land in your backyard,
Or
pick you up,
or jetpacks.
or jetpack
Jetpacks. Leave the
with the
plane
sparkles
midair.
on the end, like
Jet-
that last.
Actually, I would prefer this than the jetpack. So the jetpack is gonna burn.
No, but you add the jetpack to the plane package, and you just
It's-
exit
it's-
the plane.
Oh yeah,
it's-
it's just the entry and exit. Yeah.
and you
It's-
bounce.
So it's like that. It's like that video game. We're taking out the microtransactions. You're just adding
Yeah.
for the $1,000. You get the jetpack, the
I pay
plane,
that.
everything else.
And we'll
Now
deliver you
$12.50 a
lunch
month
by
is worth
drone.
it.
Yeah.
Now what, you add a jetpack, I'm in float. Let's do this.
That's the new DoorDash. They're gonna be delivering in drones and just dropping it off. Boosh.
There
you go.
That's gonna be the worst DoorDash job ever.
That's what's happening.
I'm not making enough to cover gas, guys. DoorDash keeps on taking my tips.
the drone beat me to the punch.
Oh god. Anyways, that's the life we live in, guys. Welcome to the future. The future is yesterday. Let's go ahead and do what we always like to do on Mobcrush, and that's play some games with Coin Boys Play.
The human has been neutralized.
All right, guys. So we're gonna play. Since Manny's a guest, he chose the game today. I decided to let him be comfortable with whatever game he wanted to play. What did you choose today, sir?
Well, I checked their catalog, and they had a game that I like to play a lot, which is Mortal Kombat. So we're gonna play Mortal Kombat, and I heard you wanted to be a esports gamer, so
I'm in.
we're gonna give it a go.
So first, well, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pressing a ton of buttons.
There we go.
Everywhere. First off, is this a game that you play consistently?
I play it regularly. I've always loved Mortal Kombat ever since it came out. I remember when the first one came out, and I had the Super NES, which was the one that came without the blood code.
Yeah,
And
Sega had the blood.
Sega had the blood, and I had a friend that had the Sega one, and I was so pissed because like it was so much better with like. It's sad to say, but everything is better with blood.
Yes.
So when they added the blood to the Genesis, and they didn't add to the Super Nintendo one, it totally like got me. But then I got the code for the Super NES one that had the blood, so we were good to go. But ever since then, right. I've been playing it. And then when this one came out, it used a different engine and everything. There we go. But when they changed the whole engine, the whole look of it, it plays well.
Now I'm thinking Arnold because I want to see what he does. The fact that they're having the movie players in the games is crazy.
I think that's when they relaunched Mortal Kombat. I think it was 9. Because before that they had like a little bit of a down period because some of those games weren't that good.
I'm waiting for
they
the Joker.
changed. I know they changed a lot of it where it was like sort of like it was part fighting game and then part passing game. But then Mortal Kombat 9 came back, and it kind of went back to what it was before.
I remember Marvel versus DC.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Marvel versus DC.
That was when
Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Yeah, that's when NetherRealm started gaining access to the DC catalog. This is prior to the Injustice. So
how does the voice do? I wasn't able to hear, but how is he? How is the voice of the Arnold Schwarzenegger character?
It's not that bad. It's not him, because you can clearly tell. But
he sucks.
Huh?
Officially, he sucks.
He's a slow playing character. For him, it's more of a walk towards the guy and then just hard hits. He plays a lot like the old like in the previous game, Jason.
Give me your shoes and give me your pants.
Well, that was the big thing. A lot of people were upset because this has his imaging, but it's not.
Why do they have the old? Why is it old Arnold? Why isn't that the new one?
No, this is the Arnold from this is the Arnold from Terminator Dark Fate, the movie that is just released.
What did I just do?
You did Fatal Blow.
I've been wondering how to do that for like the longest time. Oh, out of nowhere! Out of nowhere!
Round 2, fight.
I was not expecting this.
So yeah, this is the one from the movie. I don't know if you've seen the new movie that came out for Terminator Dark Fate.
I haven't. Did you see it?
It's good. It's
I
not
heard it's decent.
It's
Sam, are you like a Terminator guy?
I am, but I have not seen any of the most recent ones.
a lot of people.
I'm-
The thing with it is a lot of people are nostalgic about Terminator 2, which is a great movie. But what killed a lot of it, which is the reason why a lot of people haven't even seen this one, is they've been burned too many times. You know, Terminator 3,
Terminator 3 sucks.
Terminator Salvation, Terminator Genesis.
I was on the set for Terminator Salvation, which was
And then that was
insanity.
the Christian Bale one,
That's when
right?
Christian Bale yelled at the PA. And I remember, because I used to do the tours at Warner Brothers, McG came out and was talking to some of the tours, and like one of the people were like, "Can we see Christian Bale?" He's like, "This is a very bad idea. Very, very method. I don't think we should let this happen."
But the thing is, like, what if he's sort of like that? Why would you have him come in this movie? You know?
What did I press? I pressed the pause button.
Guys, that's a little cheating factor people like to use. I got it.
Shot him twice.
Look, yeah, he shot me twice. What did I say?
Nicely done. I got the fatalities working, Sanity. I don't know if you saw.
That was the fatal blow.
What's the difference between fatal blow and fatality?
Fatal blow is just like their.
And you didn't die right after.
No, it was their ultimate hit. It's just a move they use. Just when they get, I think if they get up to 30% or something like that. If they get up to 30% damage, it gives you a move where it allows you to give a maximum amount of damage to the opposing character.
All right.
There you go.
Where am I going?
So just
select
go select a new player.
Okay. I like how we both have to agree in order for us to get to the next screen. Like we both have to be there and say yes.
Well, of course. That's how you do it.
All right. So let's try to do a fatality because we haven't done one successfully on this show. Does anybody do them successfully on the other shows?
Yeah.
All the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're just bad.
Johnny
Well, I am at least.
You are.
Who is this? Jackie.
That
Briggs.
is Jackie Briggs. That is the daughter of Jax.
Jack's daughter.
Jackie.
Yeah, she was
also
first
got-
introduced the previous game.
Does she also have? Okay, so but she's not cyborg. She just has.
She has cybernetic enhancements as far as like her suit. In this
Okay.
one, they added the legs, but in the other one, it was just her hands.
Tank
Alright.
Garage Bunker.
And you're going up against old favorite Johnny Cage.
I like Johnny Cage. He was the one who made me laugh the most in the movie. Have you seen the new series? That new series that was on YouTube? No, it's not totally new. It was like Ex Machina did it for like.
Yeah, then
On
it
YouTube.
came out in
like
where it had
2008, something like that.
where Michael J. White. I think Michael J. White was
Yeah, he was
Jax.
Jax. What do you think about it?
It was good.
He's faster than Terminator, but she spits blood. This isn't good.
Everyone spits blood. What do you spit out?
Saliva.
If you get hit in the mouth, you're not gonna spit out saliva.
I'm gonna swallow the blood so that way nobody knows I'm bleeding. Jeez.
Ah,
What is he
mime.
miming?
Yeah,
Well, that's from the previous game. He had a mime. He had a mime costume. And it's from
one of his fatality is
yeah.
puppetry.
Really?
There you go.
What
you're
is
good.
this?
You're good
What
with the
is
fatal
this?
blows.
What
But
is
that only
this?
means you get to 30% quick. You think this game is graphic?
What? Again, let's do this.
Such a button smasher.
I am. I'll smash every button until you die.
You don't need. You need one button, like a control with one big button.
The big enter button.
Just pa pa pa.
Okay.
Round 2.
That was a cool fiddle. The details on this thing is just nuts. Oh my god. Who's your character? Do you play, Sam?
No, I don't really play anything these days.
Of all the characters you've seen, which one's the coolest?
I mean, I like Arnold, but who are the good ones? I really like,
Is there anybody that you're excited for that's coming out?
as far as
Spawn.
the deal, oh yeah, Spawn. Right, that's the one that's coming out. That's probably
That's the
gonna
one
be the best.
people are.
The Sindel looks pretty good.
She looks good.
And that comes out on the 26th.
And the Joker is the one
the
where people are
Joker
like, "How did the
sucks.
Joker
But he
come out in
looks
this?"
weird.
He looks really stiff,
I think
and
that-
like it's a weird version of the Joker.
And I think they were saying that I don't think the Joker was one of the main guys that was gonna come out. I think the Joker was a accident where like, hey, we couldn't get somebody else. We got the Joker on. We got the Joker
right.
because a lot of the people thought that Ash Williams was supposed to come out in these games, and there was a lot of speculation in regards to he kept hinting parts of it. They kept hinting, and then out of nowhere, like he doesn't come out anymore. So. Yeah. So you want to see a fatality or not,
I
Daniel?
gotta learn to block.
Let's see a fatality, Daniel.
Oh, is that the fatality?
No, let's see one. Let's see it. Okay, back forward. Okay. Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, thanks for that pause.
We'll do it. We'll
I
do
love
it.
that dramatic.
We'll do it.
that
We'll
dramatic
do it. I
entrance.
skipped the button. I
You
slipped
want
the
to see
button.
something bad?
I'll sleep a
Sweep the leg, Johnny. That's what you gave me.
Hey, isn't that a fatality on the
Rematch
Karate
it.
Kid video game?
Yeah, we're rematching
Sweep
this.
the leg, Johnny.
Sweep the leg.
Talking about a good show. That
Get him
have
a
you seen
body
the YouTube
bag.
show on that one?
I've seen the YouTube show.
The
I
Karate-
only saw the
the Karate
first
Kid?
two
The
episodes.
Cobra Kai one?
Yeah.
It's good.
I don't have that, whatever it is.
Well, no,
YouTube
they
Red.
changed it. A lot of people were
They only
complaining
did
about
it for 2 episodes.
No, but a lot of people are complaining about it. So,
Yeah.
now
it's
you
all
can see
free.
them. Now you can see them. So if you go on YouTube,
a few months back ago,
yeah, no,
that's what I thought, and then it
was-
only let me watch 2. But I'll check again.
No, I was so pissed because I got into it really quick, and they're like, "Oh, you can only get it with YouTube Pro or YouTube
Okay,
Plus."
let
something
me
like that.
give you guys, for those of you who want to see it, I'll give you guys a little thing. Gmail lets you open up several accounts. I don't know if you knew this, but each one comes with a 1-month free trial.
Oh, that's true.
of YouTube
Sure.
Red. Just make sure you cancel it before the 1 month. That's basically it, and that's how I saw it. Basically.
So you.
You're damn right. Because YouTuber didn't have anything else that was worth it or good.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing else on there that's any good.
Boom. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. Bring
God,
it.
you and
Bring
your
it.
fatal.
Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. Backwards and forwards to the head.
Renee
Hey,
said-
look, they're using that 3D plastic, that bulletproof plastic.
Oh, they're free with ads now? Renee?
Yeah.
Thank you. I will take the ads. I have no
Alright.
problem with that.
Yeah, they just did it like a couple months ago.
Round 2. Fight.
Because a lot of people were complaining about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, complaining or not, it doesn't matter. It's just nobody was willing to pay them the money that they wanted to pay, so they're losing money on all these.
You put out a product for over a decade
Yeah,
that is
nobody was
completely
paying
free. Nobody's going to be like, oh, yes, now I would like to give you money.
People forget Hulu was free.
Sure. I stopped using Hulu when they made it a paid service.
Yeah. That's okay, I guess.
Also, they kind of made it too... Like, there was a point where I kept going to Hulu, like, can I not watch things for free with ads at all? And, like, I just couldn't wrap my head around the new way the
wonder if
platform was
It
working.
was always on the computer that was free. If you wanted, of course, you can try the up, down, down, forward, back, down, down. Oh, suck.
Yes.
Suck.
Button sucks. It's a button.
Yeah, it's a controller, sure. Let's do this.
But I think it's a lot
Let's
of
select a new fighter.
it's a lot of streaming apps that get you like that too as well. Because
Well, see, I'm excited for the new HBO,
the HBO Max.
the HBO Max, because I'm already paying for HBO right now. So the HBO Max just gives me everything else.
So that's the thing too. Like, have you noticed that a lot of HBO Max shows are the same as DC Universe?
Yeah, so they're gonna take away DC Universe.
So DC Universe is just like a whole.
It's just gonna go fold into HBO Max.
Got it.
Because they messed up with DC Universe. Bad. I don't know who any of these people are. Is this Thanos?
Wait, you're a big DC fan, and you never got DC Universe?
I have it. But I'm borrowing a friend's code.
So you don't have
I
it.
didn't find it worth it to purchase.
So you're the reason why Netflix is jumping on people now. Where they said, did you see that? Where Netflix said that they're gonna start checking people that share passcodes and passwords.
Yeah, but I keep mine to the proper minimum of 17 people on my account.
only 17 people. They each give you $1 a piece a month.
Yeah, I'm making profit.
They're making profit.
Nice. Very good.
What do you subscribe to, then, Sam? Do you have any?
We just have Netflix.
Okay.
I mean, we do. We have Amazon Prime as well, so we get the Amazon originals. But we kind of always forget those exist.
My uncle, who has Amazon Prime, just learned 3 months ago that it came with shows.
There are legitimately some really good shows on there. There's a few. The one thing.
If you haven't seen Marvelous Miss Maisel,
Oh, I love it. That's one of my favorites on there. I was really getting into Man in the High Tower. We saw the first season, but then we almost, we never go back to Amazon, or we don't do it regularly enough. And their system isn't set up to be like, hey, here's new episodes of a thing you started watching. So we constantly go back and we're like, I don't know where we left off.
I think it's their pop-up screen is just
that's the problem.
Yeah,
it
their
has
layout
too much
sucks.
info on it.
The user menu is not.
Yeah,
Because they're also offering all the movies that you have to pay for and all the channels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, the Marvelous Miss Maisel is good.
Oh, it's great. Sneaky Pete's pretty good.
Big Gilmore Girls fan too. Well, it's created by the same person.
Sneaky Pete?
No, Marvelous Miss
Marvelous
Maisel.
Miss-
Really?
Two
know
shows in
that?
which the girls talk non-stop throughout
Well,
the
you know
entire.
what I'm saying?
Thanks. I would like to thank my
better.
wife for that one.
Oh,
She got me hooked
jeez.
on that one.
But I totally love it. It's great. Growing up as an East Coast Jew, it's like, oh yeah, this is the experience I never had.
You suck. you
I
haven't
do.
been able to do any fatality.
I'm reading exactly how it said it.
Renee says, I have Netflix,
Yeah.
HBO Nordic Prime Video, and our
What's
local
Nordic?
cable
HBO
provider.
because he's from Denmark, so
Yeah,
Oh.
it's
so
just
HBO
their
Nordic
version
is,
of that.
is that. I wonder what the difference between HBO Nordic and
streaming
regular
service.
HBO is.
Well, have you noticed? It's like Netflix has different regions. In different
Sure.
regions, you can watch different movies.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember when Netflix first started off, it was showing some pretty cool international shows always, and I was like, this was really it was worth it. But now I don't know. I don't know how long I'm going to keep Netflix for.
Sanity says that's HBO, but all Viking shows. Which, by the way, there was a show called Vikings, and I think it was on History Channel.
It was.
History Channel.
And I
Yeah.
only saw like 3 seasons, and I think is it still going?
It's still
I don't
going,
know where
yeah.
to watch
Yeah.
it anymore. I used to watch it when I was working at a different job, and like that came with a free account to watch it.
Oh my god!
And I'm like,
My brother
Damn
loves
it.
that show. Everybody says it's like Game of Thrones ish.
ish, less magic.
Yeah.
Less magic. All right.
I mean, there's
Less like
yeah,
violence.
less
I was in
less
it for the
fantasy
nudity.
giants.
Yeah,
I
just think.
doubt History Channel's going to show nudity.
So why
That's
don't you
not,
just
like,
watch the
natural.
Cinemax version or the Skinemax version of Game of Thrones?
What is it called? I'll watch it.
Is that
I just
just
don't have
Rome,
Cinemax.
Haven't seen it yet.
Scorpion. How can you have 4 arms and do nothing with any of
He
the
actually
arms?
has 6 arms. 2 of the arms are
6?
watch. If you look, 2 of the arms are holding the bag.
Okay.
He's the collector, Daniel. That's
Well,
his
no, he
name.
has 6 limbs, but 4 arms.
Yeah. He has 6 arms.
Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. There it is.
Vikings is based on real Viking people in the Nordics. Yeah, from back then. There you go.
I.
It's on its 6th season.
They did on
loosely.
Spike back in the day. They did this show where it was Vikings. It was called Versus, and they would do like Vikings versus Ninjas.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I loved that show.
Yeah.
Vikings won.
Did that
Vikings
start
always
as a YouTube channel?
won. I don't know if it started as a YouTube.
Because there was
channel.
something like that on
It
YouTube.
was like it's I think El Rey has it now because they do one with weapons where they create
Yeah.
weapons of like different. I think Danny Trejo is the host.
nice.
They create different weapons like if you were a Viking,
30 million jobs.
talking about Vikings, this is the
Trejo.
sword they use, and then they just built it.
Yeah.
What's that? What, I threw something at you and I went yes, and I victory, and I walked away and got hit again. Scorpion was always the one that you didn't want to, that you had to get when Sub-Zero was already taken. You're like, I guess I'll just go.
Well, I think the good thing about some of these games, they took away some of the spamming stuff that people used to do, where they just do the same move over and over again.
Come on, come on. Yes.
There you go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Final round.
Oh, Vikings on HBO Nordic here?
Huh.
Well, I'm sure they don't have a history channel over there.
We live history every day. That's what. Is that what you're saying, man?
Americans are like, we'll just buy history.
No. Button mash. Button mash. Button mash. Like you got like a chain and all this other stuff. I got a lamp. Who chose the weapons?
It's Aladdin.
I got a lamp. There shall be light. Take this incense. Gosh. All right, we'll do one more. I don't mind rematching, or you want to pick a new character.
Oh, whatever.
Let's rematch, and then we'll probably be done with it. Let's do this, guys. What'd you get? Fighter or rematch?
I thought you said you were gonna choose a new one, no?
I don't know. I said, what did you want to do?
There you go.
He listens, folks.
There we go.
He's a good listener. His wife is always
Take suggestions from the chat. What do you guys want to... Who
Yeah.
should they be?
Sonya.
I don't know any of these
No?
people's names. You're gonna say the name and be
Sonya.
like, I don't know who that is.
You're gonna
That's
be like,
true. That's true. All
Is
right.
this dude-
The
Look, Gary
Yeah,
from the
Shang
character
Tsung's
from the
pretty good.
movie.
Nightwolf.
He just. That's a really good one. Who is this? Nightwolf. All right. Bring in the Native Americans. Is he Native American or?
Yes.
is that-
Yeah,
did I-
yeah.
Oh my God! Did I pull a racist?
Yes. Did I pull a racist? What
I
is
was
that?
just assuming.
Sonya.
Cassie.
Ah.
Oh, Sonya.
Sonya. I haven't seen Sonya. She's gotten.
This
awesome.
is with the Ronda Rousey voice.
Is it?
Yeah, Ronda Rousey added her voice to this Sonya Blade.
Cyber Link Wave assembled.
What arena contested?
No,
Did
it
you
just
contest my arena
kicked it,
choice?
Renee says, "Oh my god."
OMG unfollows. No, get back in. Sorry,
We're still cool.
I double checked. Just went based off of I don't know his look, skin, everything.
Round one. Fight.
And I actually guessed his name was Nigel, but I didn't read it.
Wow. Wow. You shouldn't have said that.
That's really bad. I'm like, he looks like a night wolf.
You've been watching Disney way too much.
Listen, you know Disney on Disney Plus they have. By the way, for those of you who are not in America, let me know if you get this when you get Disney Plus. They have warnings for a lot of the old movies and shows.
Yes,
saying,
of course.
It was
Yeah.
a different time back then.
Of course.
Like, yeah.
There's still movies on Disney that I dare them they're not gonna show ever.
Songs of the South. Are we gonna screen that one or not?
Oh god.
That's the next episode. Well, look at what's it called? Peter Pan.
Peter Pan wasn't racist.
Peter
Oh,
Pan
yeah,
had
it
a
was.
segment in.
Yeah, it was. Never mind.
yeah,
Scratch that.
it
was
does.
pretty racist.
Yeah.
The most racist one to me was
Okay.
my favorite one was Dumbo.
Round two.
happened in
The
Dumbo?
crows and the black people building the tent. You don't see their faces.
Fantasia had some of it too.
Fantasia had when they took it out. They took it out in the remastering of it. Songs of the South, of course, was just notorious for what it was. But hey, Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? There was a few. But if you can, look up Looney Tunes on YouTube. Kentucky Fried Rabbit.
No, oh my God.
Enjoy that one.
There we go.
folks.
You got yourself
got
a
me,
brutality.
brutality.
Hey.
There you
Good
go.
way.
That's how you end it.
There you go.
man.
There's the way.
There you go. You wanted one. There you go.
Listen, get around, kids. Look at this.
Look at this. Severed head.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna call it right there. It's been a fun day. Sanity, thank you for joining us on the chat. Miss you. Ree, we miss you. Manny, thank you for filling in. I'm at dgutierrez84 on Twitter, but you can follow us at Coin Boys Podcast, which I always forget to say at the top of the show because I'm thinking of.
And we're
of
powered by
things.
Mobcrush.
And we are of course powered by Mobcrush. Behind the ones and twos, we have Mr.
Sorry, I'm watching Cobra Kai episode 3.
It's good. Finally,
Sam
we got
Proof.
episode
You're
three.
recapping back what
Took
you missed.
forever.
What's up? I'm Sam Proof on all the platforms.
Sweet. And follow us. We'll have everybody here next Monday. I hope. We'll see. Actually, no.
Yes.
Ree will not be here next Monday. But we'll figure it out, guys.
There'll be some other. You'll do a 3D printing of Reed.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that'd be
should.
good. She'll be bulletproof for
She'll be
once.
bulletproof.
She'll be bulletproof.
There's a lot of cool things that are gonna happen with Ree next week. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you all next week. Peace.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. This is producer BTW Andy. Hope everyone's well and you can hear me. So we're doing something a little different here today. I'm doing a live podcast segment, post live edited replay, which was not live. I want to thank Daniel. Of course, Manny, who stepped up and who has been editing a lot of the episodes and now got to guest host. Sam Proof, Sanity, Rihanna. You guys have stepped up and kept the show going. And Daniel, I want to thank you the most because you've been working really hard producing, by the way. And I really appreciate you, man. But basically, I want to do a little short segment. This is going to be very short. It's not going to be super long. First off, I want to say a few things. I miss being a part of the show. I miss being on the show and being available to help out. And, but unfortunately, I've been very busy working on a fundraiser that we're, working on at my work, which has been really creative and really fun as well. And some good stuff's going on, a good cause. But what's important here is that I miss the Coin Boys very much, and I miss podcasting because that is my bread and butter. That's where the Coin Boys started. We didn't always do video like you saw Daniel and Manny, and of course when Ree and Sanity are on, but we were podcasters for hardcore, me and Daniel with the Coin Boys. So want to do a quick topic here. We always talk about crypto and gaming and technology, so I'm going to stick to the technology side of things. Now, in this episode, the reason I want to talk about autonomous cars, and that's the topic, is because in this episode, Daniel did mention how I no longer drive, and then I said that I probably spend about $400 a month. Now, to add to what Daniel said in the episode, what he doesn't realize, or no, he does realize, but the buck stops there. So I budget about $300 to $400, but the buck stops there as someone that doesn't drive anymore and takes Uber and Lyft. Now I do pay for the line pass, or what they call rideshare, for Uber, which helps me get discounts, but I am a diamond Uber rider. I wanted to tell everyone and how excited that is for me. But long story short, it's been interesting that I've had this experience for the last 2 years to not drive anymore and experience public transportation and using Uber and Lyft specifically. Here are two companies right now that are losing money like water. Like water, when you turn that faucet on, that's as much money Uber and Lyft is losing every day. $5 billion, I think, Uber lost last quarter. But why are they still going strong? Well, it's simple. It's the potential of the technology that they are using the potential is so incredible that Uber and Lyft have seeded themselves around the world right now in the last 4 to 6 years. This didn't exist 70 years ago, Uber and Lyft, or it might have started then. There was also another app called Sidecar, which technically was the first one, and obviously they always say the first person that comes up with the idea never survives. It's always the second person that comes up with a better idea. My point being Uber. But I guess my point is that I am excited because I like to tell drivers that pick me up, I am living in the future. Because that is technically what I'm doing. I'm no longer driving a car as a human. I've helped myself get away from that stress, the cost of money, because when I pay $400 a month, the buck stops there. I don't pay insurance. I don't pay for gas. I don't pay for service. I don't pay for the ice cream that you spilled on the carpet, because you were trying to drive and eat ice cream. Someone vomited in your car. I don't have to worry about that. I do have to rely on someone else to drive me currently, but it's about autonomous technology that Uber and Lyft are really focused on. And I don't really know the direction on how that's going to work potentially, but it's obviously that's what I'm talking about. That's why they're losing so much money, but the potential's so much there. So their investors are going to keep, pouring money in just as much as it's leaving. So money's going in just as much as it's, going out. So, basically it's like how we are. We eat and things, come out. But anyway, the potential's there, and it's really, really interesting to me. And here's my theory before I go. My theory here is that just like Teslas now are all set up for self-driving, I think that the human won't drive the car, but your car could work for you. So instead of these guys and girls and ladies and boys and teenagers and college kids driving Ubers and Lyfts to make money, and old people as well, your car leaves the driveway in the morning and you wave goodbye to it. And keep in mind, you don't drive your car either. Your car's autonomous, so you'll get in your car to go to the mall and it'll take you around. And I think that the way we will see cars are going to change. Like, for instance, the Cybertruck with Elon Musk just got announced, and that alone to me is pretty interesting because he's like, screw it, I'm going to make it look like some crazy futuristic thing that was in like some movie. So at one side of the coin, I'm like, that is one weird, ugly truck. On the other side, I'm like, whoa, that's kind of like something I'd see in a video game. So I'm like, whatever. Elon Musk, if you're going to tip the scale, then I guess I'm gonna ride with you because I appreciate innovation, or at least trying something different. So we'll see about this Cybertruck. Anyway, I do want to say I really, really, again, appreciate all the, things that Daniel and team have done without me being available, but maybe this is how I can contribute going forward, maybe a little bit more. But anyway, I appreciate everybody. This is Andy, producer BTW. Until next week, this is the Coin Boys After Show.